Hi, everyone. Let me get all of this all started. Hope everybody is having a great day. It is warm here. Warm as in probably in the 80s, but the wind is blowing like crazy. So, oops. So it's kind of cool, even though it is warm. Anyone on today? We'll wait a couple of minutes while I get everything all set here. And today we're going to do 2 cards, but I want to talk to you first, so I want to wait till everybody gets on. Talk to you about a few things going on. Okay, there we go. So let me know if you're here. And then we'll get started. Okay, so there is some news I want to tell you. I've been a demonstrator now for going on 18 years. And I love being a demonstrator. I love teaching, but it's getting to be a little much to keep my status of Silver Elite up. I have to have at least a minimum of $350 a month. And I'm not making that. Haven't made that in the last 4 or 5 months. Unless I put in some money, and I just can't afford that right now. There are so many things I want to do here in Big Bend, and why we're going cross country. So I'm going to pull back a little from my stamping. I'm still going to sell Stampin' Up. We'll do that. I'm still going to keep up with my team. I love my team. But I may not be doing lives every week, may not be doing my blogs, may not be doing my newsletters. I just want to pull back. If you order from me, I'll be there. I'll be happy to help you. If you want to do an online class or workshop, I'm fine. I will make some time to do that. But to put on this live event, it takes a day or 2 to get designed oriented and stuff like that. I will still do my final class, online class. This month it's spring theme, 5 cards, 5 days, 5 videos and stuff like that. But that will probably be the last one I do for a while. I just want to enjoy this. So, you know, you can still buy from me. If you order over $50, I will still send you a gift. Everybody who does purchase from me will receive a handmade card. So I just wanted to put that out. Just, you know, I know some of you guys look for me every week here, and I hope you still do. I will try. I've got some videos. I will try to do some videos and stuff like that, but when time permits, instead of making this my primary. So today, I know, today I want to show you a couple of cards, and we're going to make them. So we're going to be doing this one in Solidarity with Ukraine. And this one is going to use the new Waves of the Ocean Suite and Waves of Inspiration bundle. So I just want to head over and we will change this and we will get started doing this. I hope you guys have always enjoyed my card making and the cards I've made. So, okay, so we're going to go over, let's do this one, the Waves of Inspiration. I love this this is going to be the bundle, the Waves of Inspiration bundle is going to be in the new catalog. Also, you can get a new catalog for free if you have ordered from me in the last year, $50 or more. I will send you one, but you have to have that order in by the 20th of March this year, or else you'll have to buy your catalog from me this year. So anyhow, we're going to use the Waves of Inspiration. For ink, we are using, let's see, Soft Sea, Pool Party, Misty Moonlight, Pacific Point, Balmy Blue, Bermuda Bay, and this is Coastal Cabana. Just a bunch of them. Also, we are using Bermuda Bay, 8.5 by 5.5 piece of Bermuda Bay. I am also using a piece of Whisper White, that's 5.5 by 4.25. And I've already cut this out, but you can cut another, you can punch another piece out with the Everyday Punch. I am also, the Waves of Inspiration come with these two, and I've cut these out, one of each. And we'll show you this. I've cut a lot of them out. And if you know me, you know that I have a love-hate relationship with the adhesive sheets. So I did not use the adhesive sheets this time because I really didn't want to be so frustrated. But this comes out of the Waves of the Ocean Designer Series paper and the foil. And I'll show you those. Let me grab those. I love the Waves of Inspiration paper. It's called Waves of the Ocean Designer Series paper. It is just beautiful. Now I use this side, these sides to cut out the waves, these waves. And then I use these other sides to do the background of that, so it stands out a little bit more. Hey, Nailu. So that's what I've done for that. And I've done a few of them. I love them. And this is the foil comes in Night of Navy, Coastal Cabana, and Silver. Now, actually, I think that is more of a Pacific Point than a Night of Navy, but they call it Night of Navy. But I love, look at, there's the Bermuda Bay coloring. And there's the Night of Navy. And then they have the silver too. Okay, so what we are going to do is I'm going to show you how to put this together. We are using the big wave, and do whatever you want, but I just do Pool Party, a little bit all over it. Then I take the other colors and just highlight those colors in here. And however you want to. Now you can use any colors you want, but I like the blues for the waves. And I am just going to stamp this on the bottom of my 5.5 by 4.25 whisper white. Mary is wonderful, Mary is wonderful, Mary is wonderful. And you get something like that, just the coloring. And again, if you want to do different colors, do different colors. If you want to start with a dark color and do the lighter colors, go right ahead. If you want to put a little or a little color, reddish colors, pinks in there, calypso coral, that, go right ahead. Now what I'm going to do, and I'll tell you I'm doing this now. The first time I did it, I put everything together and then cut it out. I'm cutting it out first. Because you're going to need this. This is almost 5.5. So I want to cut it down to 5.25 so it will fit on the piece of designer series paper I have, which is, oh, where is it? Oh, okay. This is 4 by 5.25, and I want it to fit perfectly on there. So I am just cutting this around here. And again, I just want to cut, mainly I want to cut the two ends just a little bit so they fit perfectly. Now again, you can use this and cut out some of the everyday labels. And now see, this fits perfectly on here. But we're not through with this yet. We're going to grab our silicone mat. And we're going to grab, yeah, folks, we're taking our liquid glue. Oh, I know. Mary's going to hate this. I'm just putting a few drops of liquid glue and I'm putting these away because I already cut once with that on my liquid glue and I don't like it. And now if you want to spread your liquid glue out and get it all on there, you can. You can use your adhesive sheets if you want. Again, I told you, I have that love-hate relationship. Some days I love them, some days I hate them. Today was a day that I really just didn't want to fool around with them. So I did not put these on. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to layer this on right like that to the bottom and just like that. Now it gives you a little bit more coloring, doesn't it? Oh, I forgot to turn these lights on, so maybe you'll see better. Okay, gives it just a little more coloring. Now I'm going to take the Night of Navy one, and now my hands are all sticky. I know, I hate liquid glue. And again, I'm just going to put the liquid glue in some of this areas. Now, this, I'll show you. This does not fit inside. This goes, it highlights the other portion of it. So it doesn't like go inside of it, doesn't go on top of it, goes a little bit on the inside of it and a little bit on the on top of it. So it's kind of different, but the same. And then I'm going to just put my liquid glue like that and just, oh, gross, get it all over my hands. So I'm going to then set something on top of that and it's just going to dry for a few minutes. It'll probably stick to my thing. So now what I am going to do is I'm going to take my Bermuda Bay, and I'm going to take the You're So Totally Awesome. And I'm going to stamp that in with Bermuda Bay. Okay, there we go. Or you could do Pacific Point or whatever you want. I'm going to fold this up. And I'm going to attach this. And let's do it this way. And I'm going to take this. And I'm going to attach that to the bottom. Now look at that. Beautiful. Then I'm going to take my stamping dimensionals. These, somebody said, they're flatter than anything and they're hard to get the little thing off, even if you, there. You're totally awesome. Isn't that great? Now, if you're on here, make sure you comment like Nilu did for a chance to win both of these cards that we're making today. Okay, now the second card. This goes out to the Ukraine. I just thought it was perfect. Know that you are loved. Their flag actually is Pacific Point and Daffodil Delight or Bumblebee. I couldn't decide, but I thought it was more Daffodil Delight, more of a yellowish rather than a goldish. So what we're going to need is we are going to need the Celebrate sunflowers. We are going to need a piece of 8.5 by 5.5. Oh, we are using Pacific Point and Daffodil Delight Stampin' Right markers, and I'm using the Daffodil Delight blends. I am also using, where is it? Sierra Sand and Early Espresso for the sunflower. I am using 8.5 by 5.5 piece of Pacific Point and a 5.5 by 2 1/8 inch piece of Daffodil Delight. And I am using a piece of 4 1/4 by 5.5 basic white. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we are, where's, I got to clean off my other stamps. Okay. So what I am going to do is I am going to ink up the big sunflower, not daffodil, big sunflower with Sierra Sand. Okay. Make sure you get everything all over this. And you can tell I'm going to be, used my Daffodil Delight blends a lot because I am running out of my light blends. Now I am just taking the Early Espresso around the inside, the little inside of the sunflower, and coloring that in with the Early Espresso. Okay. Just like that. Hi, Janelle. Now I'm going to huff on it and I'm going to stamp it. Mary is wonderful, 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 Mary is wonderful. And there we go. Now I'm going to clean this off because you know what happens. Janelle, you missed it. Did you see that? I actually use liquid glue. I'll tell you, the little things around the sunflower, the center, is really hard to get clean. I take my simple chamois and really work it in there. Okay, so now I'm going to take my, let's see, I'm going to take some of my, this is the dark Daffodil Delight. And I'm just going to go highlight some of this area. And I'll tell you, I am really low on the light. So I may go, if I have my bumblebee. I don't think I have my bumblebee. As you can see, my light is just about going. In fact, I have to use this side, and even then it's still. You guys ever, used up your blends? And then they sell them in pairs, so now I have to get both of them. It's like, do I have to get both of them? I just want a light Daffodil Delight. I think I use the lights more than I use the darks. Yeah, the Ocean Waves. I love that one, yeah. I know you guys probably didn't hear my big announcement at the start, so I will tell you this. It was with sadness that I am going to be pulling away from selling as much as I do. Maybe not selling, I'll still be selling, but doing online social media stuff. There's a lot going on here in Big Bend, and I want to take part in some of the stuff. See, I'm done with that. I want to take part in some of the stuff here. And so I probably won't be doing, I'm going to try my Stampin' Right marker. I won't be doing as much online stuff, Stamp Camp. I will still do this month's card class, the spring themed card class. But to maintain my Silver Elite, I have to sell $350 a month. And I haven't been able to do that in the last 4 or 5 months. And I cannot afford that by myself. Instead of keeping, this takes a day to get prepped for. My classes take a couple of days each to prep for. The big monthly class takes at least a week of doing videos, editing and stuff. So I'll be pulling away. I'll still do some things. I'm still going to keep in touch with my team. I'm going to help them through a lot. But I won't be teaching as much. So, okay, we're done with this. So we're going to just take, and I want to show you, this is probably the hardest part, is taking the die and lining it up. There are 2 points. There we go. This one is the longest one like that, and it lines up perfectly. Now you're just going to use your stamp cut and emboss machine, and you're going to run that through just like this. And that's what you're going to get. Okay, so, but first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit left from that. So you can take your punch, and I use the duo, oval dual punch, double punch, whatever it's called. And I punched some out. And I am just going to take the Pacific point, and then I am going to attach the Daffodil Delight. Wrong way, wrong way. So I'm going to have to take another one. I know I have another one. You saw what I just did. I had used these and I used the wrong side. I attached it did not look really good doing it on the Daffodil Delight. That's why. Okay, did that. Then I'm going to attach this with some I'll still be around you now. I'm not going to be, I'll do some things on my Facebook page, and I'll still upload probably videos to my YouTube page and then share them over to here and to my Facebook group. But it takes a lot, and I just don't have the time or the wherewithal anymore. Tell you, whoever sat on these, me probably, and squished them down to nothing. Really amazing. When I opened this package, they were all just flat. About half the size of what they normally are. And they don't even come off by doing it this way. I think they're just all in there. There. So I'm going to put that right there. Then I am going to take the saying, if I can find it. You said it. There it is. See, I just had it. It was right there. So I'm going to take the first part and I'm going to put it in the Pacific point. So I'm going to take the first two lines and do Pacific point. And know you are loved. The last two lines in Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to stamp that just like that. And again, I'm going to try to use these. I've used almost a full sheet of them. I'm pretty proud of that. I would have probably thrown it away if I could. But you know me, I can't throw anything away. Okay, put it on the right way. There we go. Isn't that great? So there goes our two cards. So let's see who's going to get those two cards. And so we've got Janelle and Nailu. So go to random.org. And let's share my screen. Let's make sure that's all who has. Yep. So who is going to get these? Nilu. Okay, Nilu, I will send you these cards. So let's go back to stop sharing my screen. And we will move over. Okay, we're back here. So Nilu, I will be sending you these 2 cards. So I hope you guys all had a good time today. Remember, check my YouTube channel. I will still be on Facebook. And if you need anything, let me know and I'll be happy to help you. And if you want to order, I'm still available to take orders. So thanks for everything. Bye-bye. Have a great day.